What's up? Uh, Welcome back again. Two words for you, the wrestling podcast. Um, we're gonna recap Raw tonight. What's up, Ramp? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, my boy. How you doing? How you doing?
Maintaining another day, another day.
Yeah, yeah.
So, tonight episode, we're gonna talk about Raw. We're gonna look forward to
hmm
SmackDown. We might even touch on some AEW stuff tonight. Um, let's start at the beginning. Raw starts off with a bang.
Yeah, yeah. Huge pop, by the way. Huge pop.
Chicago made Punk. What
Yeah.
is it Cookie Monster Punk? Is it Chicago made Punk?
So there are a lot of theories.
But you said when did you get hair?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's most people say Chicago made pump, but there are like a couple other theories out there. He's never confirmed for the record. He's never been on the record as to what it stands for.
Yeah. Thank you, bud.
The Pepsi Man came out.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, tonight is the first night we have went live, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit different environment.
Shout out to Boogie. Shout out to Boogie. We see you.
We see you.
Shout out to Odin's son. Shout out. Shout out. What up? What up? What up?
So yeah, show starts off CM Punk enters the ring. Um, CM Punk is just a great promo. If you want to sell something, it's not too many. It's not far. Well, first of all, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, because there's a lot to
And
get
this is
into.
why we love CM Punk. He trolls Hulk Hogan getting out the truck with the
Yes, I saw that. Not many people when I was looking at because sometimes I'll look through the Raw hashtag just to see what people are saying, and no one was talking about how he did the Hulk Hogan. The listening to the crowd thing. That was crazy to me. It popped me. My fiance had no idea what was going on, and I told her I was like, he's trolling Hulk Hogan. She's like, but yeah.
he trolled Hulk Hogan. So CM Punk might be the new people's champ a little bit.
The voice of the voiceless country.
The voice of the
But go
voiceless.
on.
So he gets out the truck. He comes in. He walks in. I love the new. We're gonna follow you from your car all the way to the ring. I love the new camera work. The new producers.
The long shots are beautiful. They're always fantastic.
Facts. So it's a lot more cinematic. It's a lot more drama. It's a lot more movie type. It feels like an event.
Yeah, and it feels realer. It feels real.
Yeah. So we follow CM Punk out. CM Punk is starting to cut another promo. He's effectively entering the Royal Rumble. So he gets to that part, which is Royal Rumble is heating up. Royal Rumble is heating up.
Dog, the names on this year's Rumble is crazy. But yeah, keep going.
And there's rumors that it might be a 40-man. So 40. I don't know if I feel about 40-man yet. So okay, CM Punk comes out, cuts a great promo. He throws another shot at John Cena. This is the second shot that he's thrown at John Cena so far.
For those keeping count.
Yeah, because the first one was he looks sleepy. He looks like he needs to go to sleep. Yeah. And this one is a lot of people can't see you. I always see you, my friend. So that was they're building that. I don't know if it's going to end up being something or not, but they're building it. So he cuts a promo. Boom. Interruption. Seth freaking Rollins comes out. Again. No antics, no silly stuff. He comes out. He looks
very serious. Yep.
I like the suit. I ain't gonna lie. It's a little shiny, but
nice. It's the red and black. It's hard to go wrong with the red and black, in my opinion.
It's hard to go wrong. So he comes out with a little bit of shiny suit, takes off the big sunglasses. He got a big shiner underneath that eye.
Yes.
So CM Punk, I think he said something about it though, didn't he? He acknowledged that he.
Yeah, he got him in the eye.
Yeah,
he definitely said something like that.
So Seth proceeds to cut. Man, Seth and CM Punk are putting in work.
Yes,
they don't even have to touch each other. They don't even have to touch each other right now. They don't have to get physical. It's all words right now, and they're selling Whatever they're selling the hell out of it. So
I'm buying.
I'm I'm all in. Take my money right now. They cut a hell of a promo, and that promo gets interrupted by, and I think I tweeted this today, the best heel in the business.
We could talk about that if you want to a little later, but if we want to keep doing the recap, but
Otis Son
to
said
me
at
that's
least
controversial.
He said at least Seth didn't raid Becky's closet.
Hey, listen, maybe he do be raiding her closet, but he be having that stuff on. He be having it on, whatever he be taking from her closet.
He's a pimp. So Drew McIntyre comes out, and Drew McIntyre is focused. Drew McIntyre is the only one that's focused. Him and Kevin Owens might be. Yeah. Him and Kevin Owens top 2 right now. Top 1 and 2. You can do that.
Okay.
He comes out and says, "You guys are all focused on this other stuff, and I'm focused on Roman Reigns." And meanwhile, Roman is back. He got his Ula Follow back. He got his Oompa Loompa back, whatever.
Yeah. His Oofalafel, his Ula Follow. Yeah.
He got his guys back. He got his band back together. Roman is right back, and he's about to go after Cody next. And y'all sitting here focused on this petty stuff that y'all focus on. Like, what's going on? Y'all letting them? Why are y'all letting them do this again?
Oh, and you forgot the part where he's like, "You're so selfish." When I think you couldn't get more selfish, you get even more selfish. And CM Punk thinks he's talking about him, so he starts going off on Drew, and then Drew's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Seth Rollins."
You always think it's about you, Punk. He really got CM Punk.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't. And I was like, when he did it, I was like, he's not talking to Punk right now.
Yeah, he's not talking to you. He's not talking to you.
Man, they setting it up perfect right now. These are 3 of the best mic workers in the game right now, and they're in the top. So they set that up. Seth and CM Punk say, "Look," CM Punk says, "I don't care about all that. What up, man? You want to throw hands? Come on."
Yeah, it's time to fight. Come on. It's time to fight.
It's time to fight. What's up? And then Seth doubles down and says, "Okay, you was talking to me. I'm on the same type of time he on."
Yeah, true.
Come on. And Drew was like, "All right, nah, I ain't coming down there."
Yeah,
he did the classic heel. Yeah,
Swerve,
I bet y'all want to see that tonight, huh? Y'all want to see me and him versus which is a classic heel thing and take it away from the audience type thing.
Yeah.
So Drew effectively and Seth entered themselves into the Royal Rumble. So so far confirmed, we got John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre are all in the Royal Rumble as of now.
As of right this second, yeah.
And all 5 of them could win this. I just want to put that out there.
It would make
sense. Yeah. Any of these 5 people that I just named could win this Royal Rumble, and it could set up your WrestleMania main event and your next few events down the line. Any of them, the storylines are, and we ain't even talking about Jey Uso with what he did later on the night that's starting something. Who else?
Sami Zayn. He hasn't entered the Rumble yet.
Zayn, and we'll get to that one too. So I like how it started off. Some people like starting off with a match. I'm not mad at if you're talking them into the building and you got to sell the pay-per-view, then it is what it is. So talk them into the building. They did a successful job of getting me to buy in, and I'm ready. I'm getting WrestleMania. If we had to order it, I'll be putting aside a couple of dollars so I can get the Royal Rumble in a couple of weeks. So I think they're doing a great job of setting it up. How'd you feel about the promos?
The promo was fantastic, as always. Like CM Punk, it's hard for him to miss on the mic. Seth Rollins, he can be a good promo to a great promo even when he has something to work with. And Drew McIntyre, his promo game has gone like S tier. lately. It doesn't matter who you put him in there with, as Drew McIntyre, and then you put all three of those guys together. I don't think I've seen all three of them in the ring cutting a promo, and the promo wasn't like promo of the year quality. So the more that they have those three guys on camera together, the more they're going to be able to sell promos, sell matches, sell storylines. So, like you said, I was super enthralled with the promo. And as far as the Rumble goes, I absolutely love the direction they're going in. One of my biggest like internet wrestling community pet peeves is when people get upset that there are no Royal Rumble like surprises. Like people expect every year for like an Edge or a Rock or a Stone Cold or some big superstar from AEW to enter the Royal Rumble and surprise everybody. Like, oh, the Royal Rumble's all about the surprise. No, it's not. The Royal Rumble is about throwing 29 other guys over the top rope. But this year, they're kind of pivoting from that. The expectation isn't, oh, we're going to have all these super surprise entrances. The draw is that look at all these huge, gigantic names that are going to be in the Rumble that usually aren't all at the same time.
Right.
So, yeah, the field is going to be the headline this year. And that is super exciting to me. Like, if it does nothing else but just get the annoying people off Twitter talking about, oh, who's the surprise this year? Is it Edge? Is it going to be Edge this year? Is it going to be Edge? Like,
his name is Cope. His name is Cope. It's not Edge.
Yeah. Excuse me, Cope. Cope, good brother Cope over there at AEW.
Jesus Christ! I tell you what, I see Matt Hardy doing a lot of WWE tweets lately. If we talking surprises, they might bring the Hardy Boys, and Jeff Hardy had we actually might talk about what Jeff Hardy said today. So after that, we get the Chad Gable versus the mystery guy, and we get the debut of El Pinta.
Yes, Pinta.
Now I must admit, I've never seen Pinta before. This is my first time.
Yeah.
He's amazing. There was a couple of botches. There was a couple of okay. I don't think that was supposed. Yeah, it was a couple of those, but I mean that's natural. The match was great. The match was his moveset is amazing. He can sell with a mask on, which was. I thought his knee was hurting for real. I don't know why.
His leg.
I thought his leg was hurting. Yeah, Penta is nice. That was my introduction to Penta last night. He's gonna be something in this business, and they're gonna push him the right way, which is no shot at AEW, but they're gonna push him the right way. You get a Rey Mysterio. Come on, you come on.
Yeah.
You get a what's my guy's name? Andrade. Andrade.
Yeah,
get him in there with him. What's the other guy from LEW? I can't think of it. Escobar. Santos Escobar. Yeah.
No, Santos Escobar.
Okay.
Shout out to Dragon Lee as well. Dragon
Lee. You get So there's a lot of potential matchups for what he was doing. But speaking of this matchup, Chad Gable, and I texted you this, and that's how big it was to me. Chad Gable getting the "You Suck" chant is a compliment for him.
Yeah.
If you're an old school fan and you know Kurt Angle is, this is not a disrespectful thing. It means they're behind him and they're into what he's doing. And by chanting him, "You suck," they're stamping him a little bit. And he promptly went out there and put on a hell of a match.
Yeah. The "You Suck" chants. I was worried about it for a moment when they were first kind of encouraging people, because if you pay attention, what his theme song used to be and what it is now, it's basically like a
Kurt Angle. It's Kurt Angle's theme song. It's just at a different tempo. It's
a bootleg version of Kurt Angle song. Put it in a different key, tone it down a little bit, and you've got the Kurt Angle theme song, and you've got the dun dun dun, to encourage people to do the "You Sucks," which is fine by me. I was just worried that people wouldn't catch on to that, or not that they wouldn't catch on, but they wouldn't care enough about Gable to do it. But those "You Suck" chants come out pretty good, and you can hear them audibly.
I only thing about Gable, Gable is he's a great match, great technical wrestler. He's strong. He's a little small. It's just like he's not as big as Kurt Angle. Maybe it's just a couple inches or something like that, but he's a little small for me. Do you see that? Are you froze?
Oh yeah, I might be froze. Hold up.
Okay.
How about
no,
now?
I think you back now. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So he's a little small. I agree with that. I think though that he definitely makes up for it in every other area of his wrestling.
Yeah.
He's fantastic at selling. He's as strong as they come. He may be small, but he is absolutely jacked. I don't know if you've seen, I think it was maybe a year or two ago, he posted on his birthday. That dude is yoked. It is insane. If you've ever seen his workout routine, he's a workout warrior. So, I mean, he makes up for it in every way that he possibly can. But I do agree, like, if you want your typical look of especially like a main event guy, he's a little small. But literally in every other area, he's a perfect wrestler.
I didn't know CM Punk was that small till he stood up next to Seth, and I'm like, Seth is kind of bigger than CM Punk. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, CM Punk is not the biggest guy, no.
Oh, but man, you talk about selling. Chad Gable is. If you give him time like they gave him last night, he's gonna put on a 5-star match.
Yeah,
that was even if you take out the mistakes, that was like a 5-star match. That was a great debut match.
Yeah,
that would be for anybody. They gave him enough time. They let him work it out. They both so good. Chad Gable took that finisher like a pro.
Yeah,
that finisher was nuts.
Yeah, his little Penta driver.
Man, so it was back and forth. It was a couple things. The flip off the rope when Chad Gable was like sitting on the top rope. And
that was very well executed. Yes.
So Penta, you just gotta pair him with the right people. But right now, that was a perfect setup for him to come as that was a great debut match.
Yeah,
especially
I would agree with that.
For a guy like me that's never seen him before.
Yeah, and you talked about not seeing him before. I have seen Penta before, and this is like Penta at like I'd say 60%. Like he was clearly ring rusty there because he was waiting for his AEW contract to run out before he actually signed and debuted in WWE. So he's been off the shelf for a little bit. And so that was not even him at his best, and he was able to put on that kind of performance. Wait till he gets healthy. Wait till he's back in shape. You know, when Sheamus first came back, he wasn't even in shape yet. And now, of course, now he's back in the rhythm. He's putting on banger after banger after banger. I assume the same thing for Penta. Once he gets ripping and rolling, he's gonna put on some 5-star matches for sure.
I would tell you what I liked even more than the match, and I didn't even understand it. His promo after the match, amazing. I don't even know what he said. Good. I don't even know what. I didn't get the translator. I didn't go back to it. You didn't need to. The emotion was there. His daughter was in the front row. His whole
crying.
That was his family in the front row.
Yeah, crying and tears, boo-hoo, crying. Yeah,
it was amazing. So I mean, if you want to do a perfect debut match, they just did it. That's how you pull it off right there. You put on a hell of a match. You get a hell of a guy to dance with. You get the family in the front row showing all the emotion. In San Jose, which is close to Mexico, the crowd was feeling them.
The crowd was way feeling them. Like it was in San Jose too.
Already.
Yeah.
He's over. Yeah. I expect when they come back next Monday, his next match, you're going to see a lot of those masks in the crowd.
Yeah. Luchadors, the great thing about luchadors is when they're great, they're easy to sell because the merchandise sells themselves, buddy. Put on a mask on WWE Shop and go to work.
Yeah. So the rumors are everybody's happy about. I seen a rumor that they said they went over a little bit.
Yeah, that's what the rumor that I also saw was that he went overtime a little bit, and not everybody was happy about that. But we'll see. I'm sure he'll make it up in some way to other people.
You know, you can't throw him in wrestler's court the first.
The first day.
I don't know, but I think they understand. Like I said, the match that was a 10 out of 10 debut. All of it together as a totality. It was just a great debut match. So they kicked off Raw with a banger, man. And what happened after that? Sheamus versus Luke Kaiser. Was that next?
It could. I think that might have been next.
Because they did the Intercontinental. I'm losing my matches right now. I should have wrote it down. I'm sorry.
I think I'm gonna start writing them down too. For next shows, coming up shows.
They should do like a John Cena versus Penta match.
Boy,
They could do that for a debut.
You stepping out of you out of line. So anyway, let's go to the girls. I'll go to Dakota Kai and Lacaria. What is it?
Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra.
Yeah, what you said. I think they put on a hell of a match. They put on emotional match, and they Michael Cole sold her as a girl that's on the cusp of being the next big thing or the next contender in this thing, and he sold her story, and they put on a great match. They did a crazy bump off the ring apron
to start. That was insane.
It was like, what are y'all doing? This is just Monday Night Raw. Calm down.
Yeah, right away they taking bumps off the apron onto the floor. Like, what are we doing? But yeah.
So I'm cool with the finish. I'm cool with naming her champion. I think I don't know who you can throw Io Sky in there, Io Sky.
Yeah.
You can throw
Dakota Kai. You can run her back. Run that back.
You can run Dakota Kai back and set that off.
Raquel. You could throw Raquel in there. Liv's free now. Liv ain't got nothing to do.
Is that a step down for Liv though?
Maybe, but it just all depends on how they're billing the championships. Because really, you can. So one of the things that I do kind of like about AEW is their women's mid-card title, which is like the TNT title. Mercedes Moné, who used to be Sasha Banks, she's holding that right now, and they're basically treating it like it's another main title belt when really it's like a mid-card belt. And they're treating it like a main title belt because of the person that's holding it is super important. So if you get somebody as important as Liv holding the belt, I mean, shoot, it could turn into a main title if they wanted to. I mean, it don't.
And you know the rumor about the Intercontinental, the TV title, those are the workman belts. So those are belts that are constantly on TV and constantly doing the work. So you're putting her in a position where she's going to be on TV a lot. So you're going to have to throw a lot of people at her. So I like the direction they're going in. I wasn't mad about it at all. Dakota Kai could have won, and it still would have been great at the same time. But I think they put more emphasis on her story. Michael Cole did, and really sold her, and it kind of got me behind her. So
Lyra is a workhorse. Like her run,
I like her entrance too.
Yeah, with the feathers, and then you got the do. Woo! Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
And it caught on organically too.
You said what?
It caught on organically too. Like it wasn't like they forced it or she forced it to the crowd. Like they just started doing it themselves.
Yeah.
Now they used to do it in NXT. So, but yeah.
I like that match a lot. Like I said, Sheamus and Kaiser had a match, which was already, you knew it was going to be
brutal and good.
You got a good worker, you got a good seller in Kaiser, and Sheamus is back to looking like Sheamus.
Yep.
Sheamus
the opposite of Braun Breaker.
Little chunky Sheamus when he first came back, but he got his weight up. He's back in shape, and they put on a good one last night. And then they teased the Braun Breaker Sheamus rivalry, and I expect them to go right into that and make that a thing. And Braun Breaker is a little bit smaller than Sheamus. I didn't know when they kind of lined up.
Yeah,
I was looking
Sheamus
like
is a little tall.
Short. Huh?
Yeah, Sheamus is a little taller than Braun, but I mean, Braun's not too small. I mean, he did play fullback in college. He was a D1 athlete.
Oh no, the strength is there. I was just talking about the height. So those two are going to put on It's gonna be physical. Whatever they do
Yeah.
is gonna be physical.
Very
And
physical.
I,
Hard
I could see
impact.
them doing. I could see them doing a lot of gimmicks. I could see them doing table matches or not TLC matches, but cage
False count
matches and
anywhere.
yeah,
Cage
false
match.
count anywhere, ambulance match, last man standing type of things, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it might be a lot of gimmick matches, but it's gonna be physical. It's gonna be
Yeah.
physical with those two. What was the next match on the card?
Do you want to talk about Liv and Dom? They got a little tension going.
Little tension there.
Yeah, just a little
Funny.
tension.
Finn Balor was like, "Hey man, you better go get them bags."
Yeah, yeah, because she told him to. He asked the wrong question. Are you mad? And she's like, No, I'm not mad. But go ahead and go get my bags.
Yeah, they about to split them up.
Somebody's about to be split.
The Judgment Day breakup is coming.
It's just starting.
Yeah.
It's almost over. they about to split Judgment Day up pretty soon.
Yeah.
I thought Carlito was I thought he was gonna keep the flowers and give them to the other girl, but he did.
Oh, Raquel, yeah, he gave him back to Dom.
Flowers to the other. He gave him back to Dom, but
yeah,
that was funny. I don't know what they're gonna do with Liv. It was kind of weird. There's like we were both in favor of her keeping the title, so I'm kind of curious to see where they go with her. Yeah. You could throw her right into that Intercontinental Championship.
You could.
And she's gonna win it straight out.
She would have to win it though.
For as big as she is, I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you had Alexa Bliss coming back. That could be somebody that you could throw into that mix right off the bat.
True.
She should team up with Y6. She just has to.
Okay, so we get Seth walking in the back, and he runs into Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and then those two also cut very good promos together.
Very good promo. Sami says, "Seth, sorry about last week or whatever. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's it's not personal. It's business. Whatever. Blah blah blah." And then Steph says, "No, Sami, you had a good week last week. Didn't you have a good week? Didn't Roman win? And didn't Roman get his Ula follow back and get his power back?" And he's kind of throwing some mental stuff at Sami right now.
I mean, Sami has been helping a lot.
Is there going to be a future? Is there going to be a future crack in the foundation?
It could be. I mean, they're doing a really good job of teasing a potential Sami Seth Rollins feud, and one that I'd be down for, obviously.
Oh
yeah. You get Sami and Seth. That's money right there.
They just. I didn't forgot what I was about to say.
Yeah. Anyway, hold on. So they cut the promo, nice setup. A little string dangling for something further down the line. Then we get Sami going into talk to Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
We run into Karrion Kross and The Miz. So Karrion Kross drops the news that the Y6 is going to SmackDown.
Yep.
Which we can discuss in the future. Then you potentially set up 2 more matches. Like you potentially set up 3 future storylines at the same time. You set up Sami versus Seth, Sami versus Karrion Kross, Sami versus Miz, Miz versus Karrion Kross. Like you set all that up in this one segment.
Yeah.
The storytelling is crazy right now, man.
It's going good.
Who's doing all the writing, but they cooking with grease, right?
Yeah, and it's long term too. So really, you can come back and touch on any one of them in any sort of way, and it's no set road here. But yeah, definitely, they setting up some good stuff.
Out of those potential 3, which one would you want to see the most?
I'd say give me any feud that has to do with Karrion Kross right now, because I'm just ready to see if he's gonna sink or swim now. Like at this point, he's been around for a while, and he's
Mhm.
never really had like a feud that I was super interested in, or a feud that I was like, oh yeah, I see what Triple H sees in him, or I see what other people see in him. It's
Yeah,
his feud with the Wyatt Six has been really good. I think his work during this feud while it was happening was the best he's ever done. But now I
mhm.
just need to see him keep going. I need to see him do more.
Because he did good in NXT when Triple H had him, and
Yep.
then Vince got a hold of him and
Yeah.
absolutely ruined him. And now he's starting to. He came back. He really didn't have a spot, and he was just kind
Yeah.
of in and out here and there. So now you're potentially giving him a spot. I think it might not be so much Karrion Cross versus Sammy, but Miz and Karrion Cross is something that you can enter in right now. You can start setting up the cracks in that foundation and split them up, and then you can print out some money on that too. So I'm assuming the Miz is gonna be in the Royal Rumble. He's that big of a name.
Yeah.
Karrion Cross, I'm assuming he's probably going to be in there too, especially if they're doing a 40 man. But you got a potential storyline like there, and then you got them. You separate them from the Wyatt Six, so now you can get something that they can focus on right there. So
Jay and Gunther.
we ain't even got there yet, bro. Slow down, slow down. That's where we going.
Well,
Yeah, we on our way there.
Jay might be leaving the bloodline. He might be getting out this situation, going back to his singles competitor, and might win his second singles title.
Now,
Yeah.
Somebody probably gonna cause Jay, like Drew McIntyre, like the coward he is, Kevin Owens,
Like the
somebody
coward
like
he
that.
is.
like the coward he is.
Yeah.
I think
So,
the
but
Six will circle back to Cross, but I think the guys will go after the new bloodline. I can see that.
I could see
How
that
we
too.
do though? Oh, they're already
They
on.
said you on point, little man. No,
But on the Jay Uso thing, I totally agree, and that's why I really like this feud because I could really see Jay winning this belt now. Like usually when you've got like a Cody versus KO or like a Roman versus Sammy, you're kind of like, there's not really a way for the challenger to win the title right now. The champion is too hot. They're too big of a star. There's no way the title's changing hands here. But with this feud, with how hot Jey Uso is, how over he is,
mhm.
I could definitely see him beating Gunther and having maybe not a super long reign, but like a short and impactful reign as world heavyweight champion. I could definitely see it.
It
Like
got
154 days.
eh,
That's the first thing that came up to my
it
head.
might. Nah, I wouldn't. It might go through Royal WrestleMania. How long is WrestleMania? That's like 4 months.
That's usually in April.
Yeah,
So
that's a lot of days.
April, my favorite month.
I can see it being a trilogy. I can see
Yeah.
you potentially you get somebody's gonna have to interfere though.
3 minutes, 3 months.
You think so? I don't know if you need anybody to interfere with this feud. Like maybe Ludwig, maybe, but he's kind of busy with Sheamus. It's not like
Uh-huh.
Jay is with the bloodline anymore. I mean, he's got backup if he needs it, but Gunther for the large part has been beating folks single-handedly.
Yeah.
So this really could just be a one-on-one feud for me. I don't know if you need a whole bunch
You
of
got Drew
interference.
McIntyre that can always get involved. I don't think that feud still got some meat on the bone.
Yeah.
Drew and Jay. So you could do it, and then you can have Jay on the cusp of winning, and then Drew cross,
Yeah.
and then you could further both of those storylines at the same time.
Jay just
What?
Jay has he has to at least get in. CM Punk's already gone from the bloodline, but Drew is kind of in Seth and CM Punk's business because that's how we started it off. So Jay could get involved. McIntyre can get involved.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be like 5 people in there. Sammy might even come in there, and then Solo's bloodline can take care of business with Roman and Jimmy.
So you think all those storylines are intertwined eventually? CM Punk, Seth, Drew McIntyre, Jay, Gunther can all be interwoven and Sammy. Yeah, all the storylines all the pieces make sense, to quote The Wire. All the
I don't
pieces
know.
make sense.
They do. And I like that it's kind of interweaving that way. And Drew kind of leaned into it even more when he's like, Roman's playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. So there's still like some animosity there. And I'm wondering when that will pay off eventually. Because eventually you're going to have Drew versus
Roman. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At some point.
Oh, that's the long game right there.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Now that's when we get into like an hour.
Yeah. I think the promo was amazing. It's something about Jay when Jay gets emotional and he's probably blown up from doing yeet for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's something about the fact that you hear the emotion of you're just a tag team guy. And I think I think he takes that very seriously. That's not acting. I think when the old promo of that's Jimmy's brother, or which twin are you? Those type of promos, those are the type of promos that Jay excels on and knocks him out the park every single time. And last night was no different. Gunther, it looks like they're playing the role of Gunther's not going to take him seriously, which could come back to bite him in the ass, which is something that he could win just like that. Gunther he just won like that with Drew McIntyre, to be honest.
Yeah.
Where Drew was playing around, he wasn't taking it serious. So they could book it like that with Gunther. Gunther's a strong guy, though, so it'd take a lot to beat him.
Yeah.
Or they could book it like this. They could do Jimmy is out there, Jimmy helps some way, and then Jay says, okay. So
you heard that?
So Jay says, no, I wanted to do it on my own. I don't need anybody else. I want to do this for myself on my own. It could be that type of storyline of I don't, you know what I'm saying? Which could, if you want to go back to Jay versus Jimmy, you could potentially go there again too.
Oh, but nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
It was just super
that match wasn't that good.
After hit after Usos flash after Usos flash. That was just boring.
Who is he even listening to? Because, or maybe, listen. Shout out to the little homie. His opinions be. Listen, a lot of people think the way he's thinking. I'm gonna tell you that much.
We watch a lot of wrestling in this house. Don't touch us.
But Femi, I thought.
But Femi was at Raw last night.
He could have hopped over the barricades or something.
It's a little too early for Oba to be getting involved.
Yeah.
They could have started trying. They could have said, "Hey, little guy, are you a rookie or something?"
Okay, now you're going off the rails. Rhea was there. Rhea made it. Nia Jax with Bailey. Nia. Thank you. Thank you. So that was a good segment with Bailey.
Yes.
Bailey was in her hometown last night. So usually they beat you up in your hometown. That's what Vince used to do all the time.
Yeah.
Usually in your hometown, you was getting your ass whooped that night. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They weren't gonna send you home happy with that one.
So, but Bailey came off looking pretty good. Yeah.
Are you interested in seeing Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley? Nia Jax versus Rhea.
I am interested in seeing Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley. To me, Nia Jax is like one of the funniest promos in the business right now. Like every time she says something, I just end up cackling, laughing. Like last week, when are we gonna swear on this podcast? I don't know if we're gonna swear. She called Tiffany Stratton, a little shit. You ungrateful little shit. When she said that, that was hilarious.
The
This
Netflix
week,
era.
yeah, this week she brought back BBL Bailey. That was hilarious. Like right now, Nia's one of my favorite promos, and she's pretty good in the ring. And it gives Rhea a chance to show off how powerful she is, picking up Nia, throwing her around. So, and the last time they fought each other, it was a pretty good match. It was in the one in Australia. So I ain't mad at seeing that again. It gives Rhea somebody to fight against, gives her someone, a former 2-time world champion to fight against. That's somebody that's legitimate. So I ain't mad at that.
Yeah. And she makes everything legitimate. Like Rhea just isn't gonna just throw her around the ring.
Exactly.
And she's capable of throwing Rhea around the ring, which is
Yes.
not too many in that division are capable of doing that. So I like the potential down there. Man, they set up a lot of stuff for the future. You could do Bailey and Nia Jax right now too, and it would make sense. Bianca still has a little something brewing with her. She got the whole thing with Tiffany. Naomi just had a hell of a match with her. That could be something else that brews down the line. And we ain't even got back to Jade Cargill coming back yet. It feels like we're not even close to getting Jade back right now. So you still got that in your pocket. So, like I said, bro, the storylines right now are crazy. So, after that, we get into the street fight.
Yeah, very good match.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. What about the Viking Raiders?
The Viking Raiders, the War Raiders.
They came out there. Yeah, the War Raiders.
Yeah,
they came out during that match.
You're skipping too far ahead, bro.
He's excited. He liked the
yeah. So they man, you threw me off. But
Damian and Finn.
Good. Yeah, Damian and Finn. Finn's a good worker, man. Finn's a good worker. He's not
getting shame enough. That he only got one title run, and not even because he had to give it up.
He
got to get away from Judgment Day. He got to get away from those guys.
Finn.
I think they're holding him back a little bit.
What didn't Finn have a neck injury or something like that?
I think it was his arm that something with the shoulder threw it out once he hit the barricade or something. He had to go away for a while.
Yeah.
But Damian was not happy at all.
Yeah. And Damian's looking like a superstar lately. They're presenting him that way. His entrance is way cool now. You got the blurry camera, and then you see this shadow coming up and comes in, and then you got the wings in the back and the smoke. They're treating him proper right now.
They trying to give him the push. Mm-hmm. It was just a great match, and they even put the drama in there with the injury, and we're gonna play it out like this isn't gonna work. Remember Mankind versus Rock, where Mankind was electrocuted, and we're not gonna finish this match, and then I'm not gonna finish the match on the stretcher. That type of old school storytelling right there was pretty good. Yeah. I did love the spot. That was a crazy spot though, out in the crowd with the tables.
Yeah, doing through the tables, and then slid it. The accuracy for Damian Priest. Shout out to Damian Priest with the accuracy. Just shoved the stretcher all the way to the ring, and just allowed Finn to slide off of the stretcher into the ring seamlessly. That was amazing. Very impressive.
That was a low-key spot of the night right there.
Yeah, that was more impressive than anything anything else.
He put him right into the ring. It's like, yo, that was, bro, you could have worked on that all night.
And probably not even done it. Yeah, that mug was too smooth.
You know what it reminded me of? Remember when Big Show, they had Rey Mysterio on the board.
Oh, and he swung him like a baseball bat.
And he's
brutal.
And then he just dropped him on the floor.
Yeah, well.
Big Show, did he break his nose?
That was with Floyd Mayweather. But Big Show just throws him into the ring and then just drops him.
Yeah, see, the thing about a stretcher is that it's not a baseball bat. So when you swing it, it's going to be hard to, hold on to it. And, he just, poor Rey Mysterio dropped with no way to brace himself.
Yeah, hell of a spot, man. It told an emotional story. I think that was the end of Damian versus Judgment Day. I think that story, hopefully, might be over. And like the War Raiders or the War Vikings, is it War Raiders or War Vikings?
They're the War Raiders. The War Raiders.
They used to be the Vikings.
Yes, Vince, in all his wisdom, decided that they needed to be Vikings for
Jesus. God bless you, Vince. They came in, so you still got Judgment Day versus the War Raiders. That's still a storyline as you continue. Like I said, I think it's time for Finn to get away from that. I don't know what you're gonna do with him. Is he gonna be a heel? Is he gonna be a baby face? But get him out of that. Get him out of that situation. I don't know who.
I think
Finn and Penta could be something down the road.
Oh.
Yeah,
that sounds like some money right there.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Finn versus Penta. As far as him separating from the Judgment Day, I can agree with that, but have JD leave with him. I think JD needs to stay up under Finn for just a little bit longer. JD needs to cook just a little bit longer before he goes ahead and separates from Finn as well. And I think they work well as a tag team.
I'm not mad at that. So that was Raw. Raw was good. Another great episode. It was a little down. It wasn't as many big matches like last week, but we're kind of getting back to normal. And
I have a controversial take. I have a controversial take for you then, because I think this week's episode was actually a bit better than last week's, the debut. I like it even a little bit better than last week's. The matches from bell to bell were really good. The promos were just as good, if not better, and you didn't need all those big names there to do it. I really like this week's episode. And you crowned a new champion. That was super exciting. The only thing you didn't have was like a lot less talking. But even when there was talking, you had like promo of the year candidates. So I don't know. I think this week's episode might have been better. Just a little bit.
I ain't mad at you. Previews for SmackDown this week. Do you think we see Solo this week?
Yeah, I think we see Solo, but I have no idea what he's going to say or do or talk about. I'm seated. I will be seated. I will be listening because I'm curious as to what he's going to be up to.
I disagree slightly. I think that I would want Jacob and Tama to run loose another week or two.
Really? I wouldn't mind that.
To the point of somebody needs to stop them. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody
give
needs
Solo
to
some importance.
Somebody needs to get them under control. They're doing too much.
Yeah,
or
I could see that.
They setting it up with LA Knight, which is LA Knight and Jacob. But what do you do with Tama and Tama Tonga in the meanwhile? Or is Tama Loa coming back and you can do your tag team thing again? But
I don't know if he's going to be back for a while. We'll see.
Yeah, he tore a pec, so he'll be out for a while. So I would let them run wild for another week or two, uncontrolled, unchecked, and just being like they were last week, just being a problem, just involved in this match for no reason at all, in the backstage for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Just randomly kicking ass and just being uncontrollable. Like, oh my God, what are we going to do with these guys? So that's how I would book them, to just be a problem.
Yeah, I'm not mad at
that. I definitely would have LA Knight and Jacob cross paths though next week.
Yes, that'll sell tickets. That will sell tickets, as we always say on the show. I don't know. I can agree with that, and it could even like give Solo even more importance, like I said, because it would be like, hey, you might not like Solo, you might not think he's the tribal chief, but he is the boss of these two guys, and if you want them calmed down, you need Solo to come back. So maybe I couldn't be mad at that. But the only reason I would be fine with him appearing on SmackDown this week is I just want to have some idea of what he's going to be doing. Like, who's he going to feud with? What's his plan? It would just be a little bit weird for you to have the biggest match of your career and then not show up for 2 weeks would be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So,
I get you could have him come out and enter himself to the Royal Rumble.
ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. And have his
I
plan B. That's how I'm gonna.
It goes to my question of I was gonna ask who they had 3 big names entering the Royal Rumble on Raw. Is there anybody? There's nobody of that caliber. Damn, who is big enough to do that on SmackDown? Because you got Roman's already in.
Yeah.
Cody's not going to do it. Kevin Owens.
He'll be busy.
Kevin Owens probably could.
But they're having a match. Their ladder match is at the Royal Rumble.
So
I mean, it could be Solo. It could be LA Knight. LA Knight's a big name. You could have him enter the Royal Rumble.
What are we doing?
Royal Rumble.
Have him declare. Or you could see, we've been thinking about it on the men's side. There haven't been a whole bunch of women that have declared for the Rumble yet. Maybe Charlotte Flair comes back and she declares.
Or
maybe
Bianca.
Becky Lynch comes back or Bianca declares. There's
Yeah.
stars on both sides of the aisle now that we can have declare.
What's the status on Randy?
Oh, Randy.
That is a great question.
Randy is big enough to do that.
He turns on Cody.
He is.
Maybe. He can turn on Cody.
Yeah.
He can't.
That could be too.
Actually,
That he would be big enough to do it. I'm thinking of who else. That's it's not a lot of SmackDown is not as Raw might be more top heavy than SmackDown is.
yeah.
I mean, SmackDown's got Cody and Roman, and they've got Kevin, but right now, just a lot of those guys are tied up and stuff. And they've got Solo. Solo might declare. I mean, SmackDown might be a teensy bit top heavy, just a little.
SmackDown has always been the wrestling show, though. So
yeah, and it's 3 hours now, so you don't really need a whole bunch of star-studded people. If you have the 3 hours, you want a bunch of mid-carders to be able to fill the card out, so people can get time. But I haven't looked at the roster from top, and stuff is moving around. The Wyatt Six might declare for the Rumble, maybe.
You gotta have a Wyatt Six. You gotta have a Wyatt Six appearance because they were teased on Raw. Nakamura might enter into the
Rumble. That could be.
I can see Carmelo doing it.
Yeah. Although he's not he is Mike. Listen, I've said it last week. I'll say it again. If there were stocks in WWE wrestlers, I'm buying all the Carmelo Hayes stocks and I'm sitting on it. I'm waiting for it to break big, and it will. But as of right now, he's not a super big superstar though, but he will be.
Solo is not my tribal chief.
No.
That's what I acknowledge about Solo.
Well, shout out to Odin's son, because he said Solo is his tribal chief. So
your one's up.
Y'all can fight about that.
So this is the new game that we're gonna play. We're gonna try out.
Yeah.
It's called How Would You Book It?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take a random guy. We're gonna stick away from the big guys. We're gonna take some of the smaller guys. Today we're gonna take. Let's take your guy. Let's take Carmelo.
Okay.
I'm looking for some.
Okay. How would you book it? Let's book him out to Royal Rumble. So that'll give you a couple weeks.
Okay. Who am I booking him with? Does it matter?
No. Hey, I'm asking you. How would you book it? There's potential. He's throwing some shots at Jimmy.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, he's throwing some shots at Jimmy and Sammy. So you could have. So I think I would have him feud with Sami Zayn at the moment, because Sammy's a SmackDown superstar as far as I can remember. So you have Sammy and Carmelo. So Sammy just beat Melo too. So that's a good reason for them to feud. Royal Rumble's coming up. When's the Royal Rumble? In like 3 weeks?
Yeah, end of January, middle of January.
End of January.
Yeah.
So maybe Sammy has a match with, I don't know, Drew or something. Because Drew's always messing with bloodline people. Then you have Carmelo come and interrupt, cost Sammy the match. Now they've got even more beef. You have them fight the week after. Maybe since I guess you'll have Sammy win by DQ against Drew. So maybe actually we can have Sammy lose to Drew due to Melo's interference. Then next week when they fight, we'll just have that match go off the rails. Like they fight, you take it outside, it goes through the crowd, they get the count out. Double count out, match is over, but they're still fighting. They're fighting through the arena. Boom, fighting into the crowd. You've got Melo jumping off of stuff because he's super athletic and can Sammy jumping off of stuff because he do that. These two hate each other. They want to fight each other. So then Nick Aldis, no nonsense GM. He's had enough. All right, y'all two gonna fight, but not here. You're gonna fight at the Rumble. Settle it there. And then next week you have them cut a promo on each other, and boom, bam, it's done with. There you go.
I'm with that. I think I will put Jimmy in that spot instead of Sammy because I don't think Jimmy's doing nothing right now.
He's not a busy man. He's not
a busy man, and I think him and Melo could put on some good matches, and then. You got the possibility of Trick Williams coming in the Royal Rumble, which you could
peel Melo off into that.
Yeah, you can butter Melo up and get him some TV time, which they're doing now. Get him on TV, get him in some matches, get him in some nice, good, get his popularity up, and then boom. Because when Trick Williams comes, either way you do it, the history is there. So
yeah.
You get them a nice stare off in the middle of the ring or something like that. You get them bumping into each other in the middle of the ring, and then that's a main event right there. So I'm not mad at what you said. I think him and Sammy can put on. They could put on some great matches.
Yep.
I just think Jimmy needs it more right now than Sammy.
He does need it more. The only thing that would concern me about putting Jimmy in that spot is if you have a Jimmy and Melo match, that's not making the card on any pay-per-view anywhere, I don't think.
True.
Like, I don't know how you justify putting Jimmy Uso as a singles wrestler in a pay-per-view card. You pair him with Jimmy. You pair him with Jay. That's a best tag team ever in some people's eyes. You can put them on a card easily. Pair him up with Roman. You got Roman Reigns, pair them, put them wherever you want. But Jimmy by himself, I don't know what pay-per-view that's going to make it on. But you don't necessarily, like you said, if that feud just leads up to the Rumble and then that spot leads to the Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes stare down, then that's fine too. But I was just thinking from the standpoint of if I wanted Melo to make that card, how would he do it? And it would have to be with Sami Zayn on the other side, in my opinion.
Odin's son said, I hate to say it, but Jimmy needs a partner.
Yeah.
As of right now, yeah. It could be that eventually.
Is he forever just going to be a tag team guy? You don't believe in?
I think Carmelo could have stayed in the United States stuff because we could have Shinsuke, LA Knight, Andrade, and Carmelo all go at it.
Fatal forward.
It could be. You could have. I think Melo will eventually win the U.S. championship. By the way, I think he's like a shoo-in. I'd bet if I had to bet all my money on something, I'd bet it on Melo winning the U.S. title eventually. But I think right now it's fine. You have Shinsuke. You're booking him strong. Melo's time will come eventually. As far as Jimmy always being a singles wrestler, I think. If he wanted to, he could become a single superstar in the manner of a Jey Uso, but I don't think the desire is there for him. I don't think he wants to be that way.
You can't put him back with Jay right now. Jay's busy. You can't.
Yeah. Jay's busy.
And Sammy's about to get busy too. So he gonna have to.
Right now,
sink or swim. You got to do something.
He's chilling with Roman right now. He's paired with Roman. And they're together for a while.
Roman don't be on the show. Roman takes breaks.
Yeah.
Roman's not gonna work 250 days anymore. That's just not what Roman does.
back in 2020, he said to Jimmy, "Well, I earn vacations, but I don't take them."
He just
but he takes them now. That
he
boy
takes
sure
him
do
now
take them now.
because we haven't seen Roman since he won.
Yeah.
I like that though. I like that. I would give Carmelo I give him like an elimination or two in the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. And then, like I said, if Trick Williams is there, you just automatically go to that money.
Yeah.
Would
Do
you
that stare
tease that
down.
money? Would you tease that money or would you go straight to it?
I think you tease it. You just tease it. The Rumble is good for that kind of stuff. Like remember when they teased
Right.
Gunther versus Brock? That was fun. They teased Gunther versus Cody. They teased a bunch of stuff. That's what the Rumble is for. So you just
Right.
tease it and then save it for another day.
Mm-hmm. Because it's always going to be there. It's always going to be there. Hold on. What's going on at AEW this week? Kenny Omega's back.
Kenny Omega is back. He's gonna be fighting the Machine, Brian Cage, on Dynamite this Wednesday. So we'll see how
Is
that
it
goes,
on
how he
HBO
looks.
Max? Is Dynamite on HBO Max?
Yes.
Gotta watch it.
I think you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I think.
You got my first time watching AEW. Like a show.
Watch a full show.
I've seen highlights and I listen to Jim Cornette, but we're gonna watch it for real.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What else? I don't know. Is Will Ospreay doing it? Anything that Will Ospreay does is must see. By the way, if Will Ospreay is on the card, you gotta watch that because that boy can go.
He's still not throwing shots at Triple H, is he?
I don't think so, but I mean, who hasn't thrown a shot? Cody freaking smashed a throne, a Triple H throne, okay, and he's the head of the company now, or he's the quarterback now, okay?
Yeah,
it's fine.
That's funny that Drew called him the quarterback on SmackDown the last week.
Yeah.
He did. Drew is dropping some truth bombs. That's for sure.
Have they even realized that Roman's never apologized? Like Sammy just brung that up and then he just kicked Solo acting like everything was cool. Nah. He needs to go. He needs to apologize.
Yeah.
Boy got a point.
Yeah, this is true. He never did apologize to Jay or Jimmy or to nobody. And
he didn't.
Spoiler, I don't think he will.
I don't even think he should apologize to Jimmy because he really didn't do nothing.
He's still a heel. I don't. Yeah. That Roman isn't changed a bit.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. As soon as he won that title, he's like a wise man. Go out there and tell Cody I want my title back.
Yeah.
He's not lying. He watches the show.
Yeah, he's telling some truths right now, and I think it's something that's going to be addressed eventually. That Roman, is not a nice guy.
That has to be the favorite I see him from once. I mean, it's Take Me With You because Paul Heyman. It has to be Take Me With You because CM Punk did see Solo, Tanga Lower all together. Jay also seen them. So they did what they had to do.
He's 6 years old. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the boy knows his graps. He knows his wrestling.
He knows his wrestling. I got Ohio State. I think it'd be fun if Notre Dame pulled it off, though. So,
it would be fun.
It would be fun.
But yeah, Ohio's just gonna win. They're probably gonna win.
Yeah. So
13.
I think it'll be a good week of wrestling. I'm not expecting too many shockers on SmackDown this week. I think it's gonna be a regular show. Will we see Roman this week?
I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see him until they tease the video game or something. Like they usually do the big cover reveal for the video game, the 2K25. That's coming out.
January 27th.
Yeah, I think we're not gonna see that boy
Probably
till
gonna
to
be
the
wrong.
It's probably
it's
gonna be
time.
wrong.
Yep.
See you guys Saturday.
So, yeah, we got a full week of wrestling. I'm gonna watch the first. Oh, okay. Another thing that we're doing, I gotta watch the top 5 AEW matches. Oldest son, since you in the comments and you come in,
Yeah.
throw your suggestions for any AEW match you think I should watch.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
That's gonna be my homework.
Danielson versus Osprey is real good. Pick an MJF match. MJF versus CM Punk is good. Cody
Which one,
versus
the first one or
MJF
the
is
second?
good. The dog collar match.
The dog color match. Okay.
I'd watch
What
that one.
kind of match?
So we was watching AEW highlights, and then my son was like, "Are all of their matches no disqualification?"
No, but I mean, a lot of John Moxley's matches are like that, though.
Oh God, he bleeds too much. I don't watch.
Yeah.
Oldest son. I don't watch a lot of AEW myself.
Yeah.
But you know, this is a wrestling podcast, and we will not be biased. We will try to cover as much as we can for both shows. We're gonna be fair.
Watching half of the matches.
I gotta watch the whole match. I can't watch half the match.
Yeah, gotta watch the whole thing.
Watch some later.
Yeah. So we're gonna do our homework. It'll be fun, and then I
can do some homework, just like I did at school.
Yeah,
just like that.
Thank you for your contribution this week.
For you.
Jesus Christ, you see what I got to deal with?
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, at least he enjoy it though. That's good.
He does. He thinks this is his podcast.
But this is mine.
Okay.
Not yours.
Okay, calm down.
That boy cutting the promo on you.
I know.
He said, "Not yours, not yours, not yours." Okay.
Yeah, so we got a full week of wrestling. We'll check back in. We're gonna try to do this Tuesdays.
Yeah, Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays is the new permanence.
Yeah. Appreciate you, oldest son, for checking in, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. So 2 words for you, man. Episode 3. More than a tag team partner. More than a tag team guy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. So we'll see y'all later, man. Thanks for sitting with us. Thanks for going live with us. We got 2 words for you.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And
that's 3 words, but okay.
Well, like, subscribe. There you go. Take out the N.
It's actually 2 words because you don't put the N in it.
Yeah, you put the sign, the little and sign. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
take
us out, bro.
Peace.
All right. Peace out.